Often you hear people use the phrase higher power. When people say this, they're setting up a duality where there's you or there's a me and there's a higher power. Whether you say the higher power is out there or it's in nature or it's somewhere within me, there's still a me and an it. Meaning there's a higher power and then there's some kind of a lower power, or there's other powers. The truth is that there's only one power, and that is the animating force that animates all appearances. So we look out in the world with our eyes, and in our minds, all these things appear. What animates all of those appearances, what the appearances really are, is just the animating force, the power of all potential. It's the unborn before manifestation, and it's constant. So there is no potential and then there's a thing. The thing itself is a manifestation of the unmanifested power. Now, I understand it sounds a little bit confusing, but everything is alive. A thing is not a thing. It is a constant unfolding of the power of all potential, the potential of everything, the possibility of everything, unfolding, 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 unfolding. That's what your body is. That's what your thoughts are. That's what your feelings are. That's what all circumstances are. That's what all quote-unquote things are. Really, things are not things. They are phenomena. Even something like a rock, it looks like nothing's going on there, like it's fixed. It'll always be exactly like that, but that is not true. It's a living manifestation of the unmanifested force, the unmanifested animating force in constant flux, alive. So you can think of a river. I often use the river analogy, and I think many teachers use this analogy. If you're watching a river, when is the moment when you say, this is the river, this is the river? There is no moment where the river it is exactly this. It's a constant flow of unfolding phenomena. A drop of water goes by, goes by, goes by. When is it the river? There is no point where this is it. Just like there is no point where, oh, that's Susie. It's just a constant unfolding of the power, the animating force, the unmanifested, the unborn. It appears to be finished, manifested, and that's what it is. That is not the truth. The truth is that everything, all appearances are just the animating force streaming. So when you have a situation that happens and you have a certain interpretation of that and that causes certain feelings, the mind, because the job of the mind, remember, is to make sure that the body survives as long as possible. So because of that, we look at a situation in our mind and we have thoughts and then we have feelings and we think that though that situation or those feelings are going in a certain direction. So we think, oh, okay, so this happened, I'm feeling despair. And now the next moment and the next moment and for the unforeseen future, I'll be feeling despair. But the power, the animating force, all potential, the possibility of everything is here in each moment, equally, unchanging, always the same, always infinite possibility. So whatever happens in one moment, that doesn't limit what could happen in the next moment. In any way, that power remains unlimited. All possibility. So just because right now you're feeling despair, that doesn't mean the next moment you will feel despair. Just because a certain thing is happening right now doesn't mean it will continue to happen that way the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. In fact, it's impossible because it's like the river. There's no moment where this is it. It's like this. There is no like this. It's just flowing to the next, the next, the next, and the next moment. Unfolding of all potential. Now, how does this help you? Other than it's just the truth, giving you itself. So how this can help you in your daily life, if you care. Maybe you're done. Maybe that's the truth. That's what I wanted. I just want the truth. But further than that, or in addition to, if a situation is happening and you're having a certain feeling, you can just be in that moment. The river, with the river as it is right then, fully with that river in that moment. Without worrying the next river that's coming and the next river that's coming. It becomes, instead of this moment of the river, this moment of instead it's just, river, going by, going by, going by, and being touched by each moment of the river. So you can fully meet each moment of the flow, of the unfolding of the power, the animating force. You can fully meet all of it. Whatever the river is in that moment, appears as in that moment, with your heart totally open, with no assumption about the next moment and the next moment. Because any assumption, planning, thinking about the next moment and the next moment takes away from being here now with this river. And also opening yourself to the power, the force that makes the whole river possible. Because we're so busy staring at the little tiny, ooh, this part I like, this part I don't like, this part is okay, this part I gotta fix, this part I have to change. When you're free from that, it's just, the power, the flow, the animating force, all potential in each moment.